Gotta be honest, guys, this is not pleasant. This was not how I anticipated this video going down. Guys, what's happening? I'm in Pattaya and I'm about to shoot one of the worst types of video, well, certainly the first half of the video that you're about to watch anyway. Staying in the cheapest hotel versus staying in 5-star luxury. I've got my friend Daisy with me. Unfortunately, she can't come. First things first, the cheapest hotel in Pattaya, the W33d Gallery. Fills me with hope. Let's go. See you later, Daisy. Right guys, this hotel review is going to be a little bit different. You might be able to see that's Walking Street down there, and the hotel is 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, 2 minutes up this way. It's part of a building called the W33d Gallery, and I'm not, so cannabis is legal here, but I'm not too sure how legal it is to show certain things on YouTube. So I'm gonna, in fact there it is, it's just there, look, the W33d Gallery. So to paint the picture, it looks like it used to be a brothel, for want of a better word, and they've converted the downstairs into a cannabis lounge, and actually everyone in there is really nice and friendly. So I've not got a problem with the place, I just can't film much. So if you take my word on it, when you go in, there's a big seated area, there's lots of drugs, lots of bongs, lots of people chilling out, and then the rooms are upstairs. So I'll bring you when I get upstairs. Okay, we're back. I can't even show you the hallways because they are full of industrial sized bags of cannabis. So this is the room that is the cheapest in Pattaya. I did see it, oh yeah. So the aircon is on. We've got a fan as well. Getting some air moving. As I say, there are indicators. I don't know if I'll be able to show any. Yeah, I can. That. And there's more to other areas within the building. That would indicate to me that this was a love hotel. So, I'm going to start with the price actually. I'm doing a similar video for Bangkok and I left the price till the end. This was just over £6. It is bang centre. You saw Walking Street, it's a 30-second walk from Walking Street to here. If you want the nightlife, this is it. I'll look at the bed in a second. We've got a nice chair. Cool mirror, little mini wardrobe. We've got some blinds that you can, oh, that's not actually a window. You can see outside. The door does lock, and the door has actually got a double lock. Make of that what you will. Do you know when you're in a room and you think this place has seen some stories? That bed has probably seen some stories. Anyway, let's have a look at the bathroom. The door's not opening fully because I just left my bag around there when I went to nip to the one stop. So, could be cleaner. Could be cleaner. Has that got anything in? That's empty. That's got something in. Anti-dandruff shampoo. Does the water work? Yeah, that's okay. Shower. That's a sprinkler, isn't it? I'm going to be honest. There's a bit of yellow on the toilet seat. What is this? A vent to the outside. How much toilet paper we got? Enough. I'll be honest. I think I've said it in my other video. I've slept in some dives. This to me, people, you might be watching this going, this is dirty or whatever. For me, I look at that, I don't care. Doesn't matter. Don't care, I'm not gonna lick it. As long as that works, as long as that works, and as long as I bet this works. Let's have a look. Okay, the pillows look clean. There's no duvet, just a sheet. Does that look like it's been slept in? There's some sort of stains on it. I might be sleeping clothed. Let's have a look at the actual mattress. I don't normally go to this at lengths, but oh, okay. It's got a mattress topper on. Looks like a bit of blood. And that mattress looks pristine. Okay. Makes me feel a little bit better. A little bit. Yeah, if you look in the corners. Listen, I'm not a clean freak. Dust and stuff doesn't bother me. Oh, there's no TV. But I've got my laptop. I can. Yeah, how many plugs are there? 2, 4. Hopefully they work. Looks like I've got my own Wi-Fi router in there. Password is on the wall outside. I'll get that in a second. Oh, I'd love to know what that sign used to say. More plugs up there. I feel like this room holds many, many memories. What do you reckon? £6.70 I think it was. I think for me, when I stay in the cheap hotels, I go in expecting the worst. The people downstairs are so friendly and nice, that automatically gives me a boost. If they were a bit anti, what a strange room. What a strange room. Okay. Cheapest hotel in Pattaya, 30 seconds from Walking Street, £6.73, I think it was, something like that. The Weed Gallery, I can't show you half of what I wish I could. Let's see how the night unfolds. Guys, I've just had a wild thought. Sorry, I'm just about to get in the shower, I'm so sweaty. I've came in here assuming that it's a former brothel. What if it still is one? What if it's still... £7, £6.70 to stay here, in the middle of the red light district, a shower facility, which, oh my God, I'm staying in a brothel, aren't I? This was not how I anticipated this video going down. I can hear everything, it's like being out there. Can you hear that? It's gonna be a long night. I've got to be honest, guys. This is not pleasant. And let me just be clear, it's nothing to do with the people that I encountered when I came in. It's nothing to do with the drugs. I'm not really anti-drugs at all. Not that weed's my thing. But this is so clearly a sex room. You know, there's so many indicators, and do you know, when I was planning these videos, and I've seen people on YouTube do similar videos, and they'll walk into the worst reviewed hotel or the cheapest hotel, and they'll stay there for an hour, and then they're like, I can't do it, I'm going to check out, and they'll go and book themselves in somewhere else. I vowed that I wouldn't do that. This just isn't me. But I'm not a quitter. I just feel a sense of anxiety. Now I'm in a room that's clearly been used and possibly still being used for that. Look at the door, man. Can you see the stains on the door? There's even stains up there. I wish I had a white light, you know, one of those UV lights. I bet we'd see some scenes. Or Ouija board. Contemplated doing these videos. Should I do the 5-star luxury hotel first, or should I do the cheapest? I'm glad I'm getting this one out of the way. Sounds like my shower's come on. Can you hear that? If the shower's on, I'm leaving. goes on. Literally, the arms there, there's a store. It's the rain outside. Because it's so humid in this room. Oh my God. Right, I'm gonna try and turn the light off. Oh great. Well, that's great, isn't it? Doesn't that just add to the ambience? You've got to be kidding me. There must be a storm, because all the lights just flickered and the aircon and the fan stopped and went on and off. It was the demons. Probably the demons, eh? Good morning, guys. I'm never doing this again. I'm gonna have a shower and get out of here. I'll give the bed credit. The bed was quite comfortable. The room, temperature, comfortable. But this place has just got bad juju. Okay, £6 a night. Farewell. Hello, you alright? What? I've got a bike. I'm good. Getting bothered as soon as I leave by someone outside, so I'm gonna... My bike is there, thankfully it's still there. But, in fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna walk to the beach and I'll give you an update on the beach. And they're all just tidying up from the carnage the night before. I'm good, thank you, sir. Oh, let me take my bag off for a second. So, how to review that hotel? Firstly, I'll break it down. Let me start with the staff. The lady running the place, so friendly, so polite, so helpful, so courteous. Cannot fault her whatsoever. The fact that it is above or part of a weed cafe doesn't really bother me. I'm not anti-drugs. I don't smoke weed, it's not my cup of tea, but like it doesn't bother me. They are clearly investing money in the shop. I saw that when I was there. It looks nice already, so maybe that will creep upwards to the rooms. But, you know, there's no escaping it. The pillows, the bedding, the room, it's got a smell of cannabis around it, which is inevitable. So if that's not your cup of tea, definitely don't book there. The room, I've slept in some pretty rough places in my life, indoor and outdoor, and that's probably up there. I have to balance that out with, is that due to my personal opinion of the sex industry? Because that's clearly what that room was being used for, or had. I don't know if it still is. That might be an assumption that it still is, but it definitely was. If my personal opinion was different, maybe I would think differently. But because of that, it was a horrid room for me to be in. You will probably find people who have got personal opinion about drugs, who are anti-drugs, who would feel the same way, but for a slightly different reason. So I'm trying to be balanced. If you've not got a problem with that, the Wi-Fi was good, sorry, showers warm, water ran well, no window other than that weird glass blind into the corridor. There wasn't actually that much noise, to be honest. After sort of 10:30, things eased off, so would I stay there again? No, because of my personal view of sex work. Would I encourage you to stay there if you weren't bothered? Don't see why not. It's so central, you could not get more central. I mean, I've walked to the beach here and it's taken me, I would reasonably estimate, a minute and a half. Anyway, I'm glad that's out of the way. I'll be back for a positive one. Just want to point this out, see these guys all the while. They walk around with these big plastic tubs collecting rubbish. I don't know if they're employees or what. Anyway, we're not here for that. You're here for the good hotel. And just like that, we're back for part 2 of this video. A few days have passed. 5 days have passed since night number 1. So I'm just about recovered and ready to stay in 5-star luxury. Now, the hotel is just behind the bars. Alley number 7 is just behind these sunbathing areas here. And it's about 100 meters that way, situated right in the heart of Pattaya. Now, when I was booking this 5-star hotel, I had 2 choices. One was around the edge of the cove. There's a number of luxury resorts, all 5-star and similar sort of that way. I decided against those for one reason. I want to be in Pattaya. I don't want to be on the outskirts, sort of a 20-minute ride from it, the life. Not that I see much of the life. So, let's get in there. I've got to go down alleyway number 7, 100 meters down that way. It costs, in the touristy season, the room I've booked costs, I think it's £145 per night. Now, I've got it a little bit cheaper. It's not tourist season, it's rainy season. Would you believe it, when I'm getting sunburnt? And I also get discount through booking.com. Quite a big discount actually. So let's go. And also, this is my last night in Pattaya. I've done everything I wanted to do. I've been and seen the sights. I've got lots of footage to edit, which by the time you see this will already be on the channel. I just want to relax, so I can check in 45 minutes time. I've got to go and get my bag, I've got to go and get my scooter, find somewhere to park up, check in bang on 2, and then I just want to relax. It's meant to be a gym, we'll check that out. There's meant to be a rooftop pool with sun loungers, we'll check that out. The reviews on booking.com are fantastic. The reviews on Google Maps are also fantastic. Very, very rarely I want to relax, but today is that day, and thankfully I've got a property that I might be able to do that in. So let's go and have a look. Right guys, walking back from the beach, I've just scoped out where this place is. So this is Pattaya alleyway 7, and this is the hotel, the Blackwoods Hotel. I just wanted to check that there's parking. There is, and make sure I knew how to get here. So my bags and my bike are about 10 minutes away, so I'm going to go and get them now, come back, check in, and we'll hopefully have the best experience ever. I'm here, the beast is parked. It's the best parking I've done on this entire trip so far. Let's go and have a wander outside. Well, let's go and have a gander inside. So this is 5-star. I'll get checked in and we'll have a look around. I am in. Lots of staff in reception, very helpful, welcoming drink, checked me in within 3 minutes, no deposit, asked me if it was my first time in the hotel. The guy showed me to my room on the way up. He said, oh, that's a fantastic room. And let me show you what this room is about. So, let's start with the basics. I mean, are these the basics? We saw the other room. Let's start with a bit of a thorough. That is immaculate. Okay, happy there. What is that? What is that? Air freshener? Ah, yeah. Okay, I don't mind that. A nice little touch. Next, the shower. Are they handprints? I think that's just where she's polished it. Big walk-in shower. I'm not necessarily a fan of these glass partitions. People, if there's two of you, you can see. I'm hiding the room at the minute, so we'll have a look. So we've got these very thin, lightweight dressing gowns. Might see if one of them fits. The slippers are actually really useful. I had them in Bangkok. I'm going to take a pair with me. Right, what makes this room special? At first glance, it isn't going to be apparent. But again, I'm going to go through the motions after my first trip, or first hotel. Soft pillows. Do you know what? I don't need to check if the bed's been slept in, do I? No, the sheets have still got their creases in. I thought they would. A marble. Yeah, that's very nice. What are these? Water? What's that? Oh, of course. He did say when I walked in, complimentary minibar. Now the minibar is actually empty. What he meant was all this. So I've got a can of Sprite, a can of Coke, 2 packs of crisps and some coffee. Yeah, that's all right. So far, it's just looking like a normal hotel. There is food. It's room service. Let's have a look at the price. So if we wanted chicken in, what's that? Chicken with noodles, 140 baht. Fried rice with chicken, 120. That is actually probably the best hotel price food that I've seen, and we're in a 5-star resort. If drinks are your thing, I mean the drinks are almost twice as much as the food. 280 baht for margarita, what's that, 5-6 quid? But that's not what makes this room special. Are you ready? I mean, the view's been somewhat ruined, and I'm not sure what their plans are in the future. But that is the balcony. You have, I suppose it technically is still a sea view. Either side of that new monstrosity that's going up. Yeah, it is. You can see the pirate ship in the distance, the ocean, an island over there, some more islands in the distance. And you can, if you wish, bathe. You've got a chandelier. Of course I'm going to have a bath in here tonight. Of course. I am not sure I would have one in the daytime. I think it's a bit visible. Can these? Okay, they do. I don't know how, but they do move. So you can get some privacy, but I mean, not that direction. And this gives you a really interesting different view of what is just a tiny little area within Pattaya. Okay, I had a quick look at the gym. Probably not going to use it if I'm honest. Nothing to write home about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get changed. I'm going to hydrate. and I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna get on the top deck, check the pool out, and I'll bring you with me, and hopefully it's good. Hopefully we can sunbathe, and hopefully I can spend my last day in peace. Then I'll order some food, that'll already be smashed, and then I can have a nice bath. I mean, what will I be overlooking? Well, I suppose I'll be able to look off into the distance, won't I? So, interestingly, ignore the mess, I've just been digging stuff out to get changed. I've noticed some interesting things. Number one, no food or beverages from outside are allowed in the hotel. That is insane. For someone who relies on protein drinks and Gatorades, that is insane. And then secondly, I thought was quite interesting, was this laminated sheet that's got all of the charges you will face if you damage or steal anything. A closed hanger is 300 baht, that's like £7-8. This TV is 300 odd. The toilet lid, £30. Like, I've not seen that in any hotels where it's a big list. We will charge in case the item is gone or damaged, and it's like that was on top of the food and drinks menu. And there's the one that says no outside beverages or food. So that's a bit unusual for me. I've never encountered that in any hotel I've ever stayed in, and I'm not a fan at all. Do you know what? That has really actually deducted points off this place for me. Not allowing people to bring drinks in is just ridiculous. I think the gym was down here. Hi, cat. Ah, yeah, there's a sauna. Wow. Their views are going to be destroyed, aren't they? Anyway, let's have a look at the gym. I mean, dumbbells up to 12.5 kilos. There weren't any photos of the leisure facilities on the website. I'm going to be honest with you, I would expect more for a 5-star hotel. Right, the pool. This looks alright. Shower. Bar area over there, and an infinity pool, which I am going to relax in. This is going to be me for the next hour or two, I think. No one here. This, yeah, I can live with this. Guys, I've been in here for maybe 20-30 minutes, just me on my own, joined by a few, every 5 minutes or so a pigeon will land on the edge and have a drink. This is what the rest of the area looks like. Pretty chill. I was just having a look at the pool rules, and there's one rule that stood out, made me laugh. No breath holding, with a picture of someone underwater. So you're meant to breathe underwater? That is a view and a half, isn't it? It's a beautiful pool. Actually, it's a really nice pool. It's not very deep. Oh look, there's a pigeon, look. So me and the pigeons enjoying 5-star luxury. Is this 5-star? I'm not sure yet. My immediate thoughts are no, but we'll see. Can you hear this? because the door wasn't closed properly, it was beeping. I've just noticed this on the floor. Ignore the drips, it's me from the pool. Some long black hairs, which definitely are not mine. So I've just spent an hour and a half on the pool, and this is the soundtrack. I mean, there's not really anything that can be done about that. They've got to do the building work. Right guys, just a quick update. The aircon, can you see the drips? It's dripping everywhere. Like literally, you can, it's not good. And the aircon will only go down to 20 degrees, which, that's frustrating. Anyway, I want to let you have a look at outside. So the night is in full swing. The bars are filling up, certainly down Pattaya Alley 7, and to some extent below us here. You can probably hear the noise. Not sure where that light's coming from, it looks pretty cool. Wonder if that'll show on the camera. Like a spotlight calling for Batman. Oh, you can see the light on the clouds. It's a fairly noisy spot, I'll be honest with you. Fairly noisy. There's one woman down there. Oh. I just walked into the glass door. There's one woman down there. She has got some lungs on her. All you can hear is welcome, welcome. Every guy who walks past. Big zombie. So, Thai bar girls are fans of the Cranberries. Who knew? That one has got a really loud mouth. I think I'm going to get an early night. Early night by Thailand standards, not by my standards. We'll see how this bed stacks up, won't we? It's midnight. Can you hear that? Good morning. Can you hear that? There's some sort of construction work going on over there, and it's echoing off of there. That is so annoying. So annoying. Anyway, that bed is one of the most comfortable beds I've ever slept in. The noise lasted till about 4 a.m. It's now 8. There's already people parasailing in the distance, and the boats are out. Whoa, taking people to the islands. I didn't know this until I booked in, but breakfast is included in this place, so I'm gonna quickly have a wash, brush my teeth, and then we'll go down to breakfast, check it out, and see what it's saying. Let's go. Right guys, I managed to get a quick view of the breakfast. I didn't want to be that idiot walking around with a camera. It was quite busy, it was a small room. So when everyone was sat down and I wasn't intrusive, I just did a quick scan and then I showed you what I had to eat. Actually, a good breakfast, a vast selection. You know, for me, hotel breakfasts are normally a miss because you get the standard sort of mixed grill, but the scrambled eggs I had there were exceptional and the bacon was crisp, which is how I like it. So I would give that breakfast a solid, the eggs were really good, a solid 9 out of 10. I'll only deduct it 1 point, nothing to do with the food or the drink, just the space. It was quite cramped, and this hotel at the minute is pretty empty. Okay, I was on the top floor in the pool yesterday for an hour and a half and nobody else was there. This is a big hotel and I can imagine in the peak tourist season breakfast would be uncomfortable because there's not much room, and upstairs if you get more than 5 or 6 people in that pool, that's going to be uncomfortable as well, and that's something I would also consider if you're looking to come here. This is 7 stories of rooms, well the ground floor, let's not include the ground floor, 6 floors of rooms. There's probably about 20 rooms on each floor. When this is full, it's going to get quite claustrophobic. But I thought that about the whole of Pattaya actually. It's quiet at the minute, and it's still mental. I cannot imagine when this place, the population sort of increases by 600-700%, which I'm sure it will do, probably more. Anyway, I'm going to let my food digest for half an hour, then I'm going to hit the gym. I'm not going to take you all there, we had a look around yesterday. I'm not going to go back in the pool. Maybe you can tell, but I'm a little bit burnt. I am all packed up and ready to leave. I'm not just leaving this hotel. Soon to leave Pattaya. Let's wrap up this 5-star hotel, shall we? A point I mentioned about the showers, I noticed it does have a blind come down if you did want the privacy. Good points. They're the first hotel that have provided body lotion, which has been much needed because I got slightly burnt. This isn't actually body lotion, it's body lotion and then SPF on top. I'm letting it absorb because it's another very sunny day outside. Any other good points? This is really, really tricky for me because I think when you're paying under £10 for somewhere to stay, your expectations are down here, so anything is a win. Whereas this room, this precise room in peak season is over £140. Would I pay that? No, I wouldn't. I mean, I never use the bath because what is that for a view? Which is a shame. There's so many rules. Granted, I managed to get through with some drinks last night, but no one looked up from reception to see that I had the bag. Had they, that might, that... Ooh, hello, Sweaty Cat. Yes, I am. Okay, thank you. Bye. Okay, giving me 30 minutes warning, I've got to be out of here. They are, I'll give them credit, they're the only hotel so far who gave like a free complimentary mini bar, but it was a can of Coke, a can of Sprite, which are, you know, here 40p each, 50p each, and 2 packs of crisps, which are probably the same. So they've given me £2 worth of complimentary stuff for a room that's 140 odd. The aircon I've covered is leaking. It's all over the floor now. Let me wrap up this whole video. Would I stay in either hotel? No. They've both got their pros, they've both got their cons. If I had to choose one, I don't know, you know. I honestly don't know. Like, the other place was under £7. Is this worth over 20 times that? I don't know, what do you think? On paper it is. In reality, not sure. Anyway, that wraps this video up. I've got to sort my life out, get ready, get back to Bangkok. If you've watched this video and you made it to the end, thank you. I mean, the first half is probably going to be the highlight. I reviewed some of the footage and oh God, it's bleak. Let me know in the comments, would you stay in either of these hotels for the price, for the conditions? And I'll catch you soon. Cheers, guys.